and welcome to HFN Chicago. In this video, we'll take you behind the scenes of our fabrication process from intake to shipping. You'll meet members of our team and see how every process is designed to ensure precision, quality, and communication. Our team works very hard to ensure that clinician requests can be transformed into devices of the highest quality. So let's dive in and show you how it's done.
The first step in processing any order is receiving the work order. This arrives via email from JotForm, typically within 10 to 15 minutes after a clinician submits it. Once submitted, we print the work order and check the pending folder in Raven, Hanger's scheduling and order management system. Each fabrication site has its own Raven database tailored to that location. After locating the order, we create a Raven entry. This entry generates a unique job number, which is essential for locating orders within our process, as well as providing billing details and tracking information after checkout. If an order indicates that a physical cast will be sent in, we will then match the work order with its corresponding cast using the patient's name or PO number. Often, the clinician will also print out and provide a copy of the work order with their cast. If the printed order sent with the cast has any additional notes handwritten on it, that work order will be the one included with the packet traveling with the job. If the order requests to go by the measurements provided, we will measure the outside of the cast and note any discrepancies of 5 or more millimeters.
Any notable differences in measurements, any questions, and any missing information will require contact with the clinician via phone call and an email. All questions, transfers, or parts must be received before a job is given a scheduled date.
At this step, the cast will also be prepped for scanning. Patient names and PO numbers are covered with black or blue Sharpie, and all markings on the cast must be covered with a layer of masking tape, both to protect HIPAA rights of patients and to allow the scanner to read all contours of the casts. All casts are photographed sagittally and coronally. If any additional markings are on the cast, those will be photographed as well.
Once an order passes our intake process and is given a due date, it will be given a blue quality control sheet that is used throughout our entire process. The blue sheet is special to Shirley Ryan. On this form, we'll write the Raven number, the job due date, and the patient identifying number so that we can find this job easier throughout the process.
This, along with the work order, will be scanned into our internal shared network drives and our external database, Epicor.
Orders are given colored folders based on the scheduled date. Every day of the week has a different color. Hospitals are given a special red folder to stand out. At this point, if a scan was submitted, the paperwork will be given straight to our modifier. If a plaster cast was submitted, it will be given to our post-processing department for repairs or any touch-ups needed.
To begin scanning, we start the software MSoft. The scanner from TechMed is turned on and the cast is slowly rotated to capture every surface of the cast. Any gaps are rescanned until a complete digital model is created.
Once scanning is completed, the cast will be given to our modifier, and once modified, the cast will go one of two routes. It will be discarded with all patient information redacted, or it'll travel with the job if there are any markings relevant to fabrication.
Once the cast is scanned in, the order moves into pre-production. This starts by modifying the scan. The first step is to evaluate the cast or scan. For casts, we will measure the average cast thickness from 4 different points, both sides of the widest calf and the 1st and 5th metatarsal heads. There are 8 grades that a cast or order can receive. These are given based off the cast quality, including the number of artifacts, severity of roping, number of plane corrections, uneven cast thickness, casts that are over 4 millimeters thick, measurement discrepancies of 4+ millimeters, gaps in the casting, and handprints in casting. Errors or missing information in the work order are also factored into the grading given. Casts and orders given a grade of C3 or C4 are not eligible for a warranty remake. Digital modifications are like plaster modifications, just much less messy. When modifying, first, all landmarks are selected in our modification software, Xander. All corrections to angles of the cast will be done, and then the average cast thickness will be reduced globally from the model. All artifacts and roping will be removed, and then it will be smoothed out. Requested buildups and troughing will be added last, as well as squaring the toe box for a proper fit. After modifications are completed, the file is transferred to our Medico for carving. At the Medico, we require every operator to complete training to a 7-page process document that outlines the procedure to get the best carves possible. The modified file is loaded into the carving program, the appropriate block is inserted, and the limb is carved. Each block has the last 5 to 6 digits of the Raven number written on top to prevent mixing up carves. The last step is to measure the carve to verify that there is very little to no discrepancy. If there is, it will be recarved. When the carve passes the measurement check, it is handed off to post-processing. Here, the positive mold is gently sanded to remove any tooling marks from the carver. If a pre-modified plaster cast is sent, the technician will check it over and repair any damage or imperfections from transit that may show up in the final plastic bowl.
Once the model is cleaned up, it will be given to our skinning area. Adding a 3/32 polyethylene skin to the carved device further ensures that there's a smooth interior for the patient. This skin also increases the quality of vacuum achieved at the final pull. If an order requests an inner boot, that will be pulled next. Otherwise, it'll go straight to setup. At this step, all padding requested before pull is applied, and any joints and stops are placed onto the device. Joints are measured out using a tool marking the height of both malleoli apexes and meeting in the middle between them. A nylon will be applied under and over padding to increase the vacuum pull. In final vacuum forming, plastic is kept in a warming oven to expedite heating and to get orders pulled quicker. If a transfer is requested, it will be cut to size and sprayed with silicone to facilitate a better color deposit on the plastic. Once the plastic reaches the proper temperature, the transfer will be applied. Then, the plastic will be pulled over the positive model. Plastic will be left on the vacuum for the same amount of time it took to heat before moving to the next area.
Trim lines are applied based on hanger standards. The same trim lines will be placed on every device unless requested otherwise. All trim lines are applied using a patient's landmarks. There are some instances when the standard trim line doesn't work for a particular patient's anatomy, and that will be considered. During this step, the visual quality of the plastic is inspected, as well as ensuring that all pre-pull padding was properly skived and applied. Every device is cut off using a jigsaw or oscillating tool. After it's cut off and the inner foam or plaster is removed, the plastic thickness is checked using our snowflake tool. This has the full thickness and a 10% reduction for all stocked plastics on it.
If a device did not pass within the requested range, it will be discarded and must be repulled.
It is also at this step that the height and footplate length of the plastic will be checked to ensure that there are no defects within the needed plastic. Once the device gets its quality sign-off after vacuum forming, it will be rough trimmed to the trim lines. After this, the device is passed to our finishers where the plastic will be polished and any articulation will be installed. In strapping, we have a tool that ensures consistency in strap placement. Almost every device receives a calf strap.
So these 2-inch and 1.5-inch strap placement tools help give our customers consistency. Instep straps are placed based on patient's anatomy.
Ideally, it will be attached just inferior to the malleolus and just anterior to the apex. This is our final quality check before shipping. Here, we perform a comprehensive review of paperwork, ensuring alignment between the requested specifications and the device itself. All trim lines, padding, and strapping will be checked for proper finishing to ensure comfort for the patient. If any element falls short of our standards, the device is returned to a technician for correction before it can receive the final quality sign-off. The final internal ML at the metatarsal heads and the malleoli will be measured using digital inside calipers and recorded on the quality control sheet, along with the final height and footplate of the brace. Once the device receives approval, it returns to our intake area for shipping. In our admin area, we will take final photos of the completed order and close it out in Raven. We will start by making sure that the finished device and the paperwork match up. Before closing the order out, we ensure that all codes and quantities match. All orders without a PO or that need updated quotes are prevented from posting. This way, they are removed from our list of upcoming jobs but are not yet submitted to accounting or billed. Once a PO is received, it will be added to the Raven order before closing it out and posting it. The final paperwork will be scanned into our internal drives and into Epicor.
Once an order is closed, it's ready for shipping. If an order is being delivered by our local couriers, it will be placed in the correct bin for pickup and delivery the next morning. If an order needs shipped via FedEx, we'll place all of the information into our FedEx ship manager to generate a shipping label.
The order will be wrapped in bubble wrap and boxed up for the next pickup. Generating and sending quotes is a process unique to Shirley Ryan. Quotes are generated directly from Raven. Once all codes are entered, we will print out the work order on Raven and note the total cost on the packing slip. The packing slip with the quote on it will be scanned into our local drives and emailed the next morning after all hospital orders are entered. As soon as a PO is received, it is entered into Raven to expedite billing the order once it's completed. If any errors in billing are caught, an updated quote will be generated and sent as soon as possible for the PO to be corrected and to prevent any delays later on.
For orders needing delivered same day using ACE, once completed, ACE will be called for pickup. Typically, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour for ACE to come pick up the device and then an additional 45 minutes to an hour for it to be delivered to the clinic. Thank you for joining us on this journey through HFN Chicago. We hope this video provided valuable insight to our process from entry to fabrication to quality control. If you have any questions or if you'd like to place an order, please visit hangarfabrication.com or reach out to our team directly using the contact details in the description below. Thank you.